So it is that time of year. I am currently surrounded by all of the resources we'll be using for our morning time at the start of the school year. So in this video, we are going to put together our morning basket. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Trisha at Juicebox Homeschool, and today's video is sponsored by the Generous Family, and I'm so excited to share this new to me curriculum with you. If you have not heard of it, it is a family study, and this one is designed for homeschoolers. It's all about studying the topic of generosity, and we love to do habit training during morning time a couple times a week, and so this is the first habit that we'll be studying. So this homeschool kit came with a instructor guide. There are also student journals available that are basically workbooks for the kids. This covers thoughts, words, time, money, influence, attention, and belongings for students. And it also comes with Generosity Heroes, a book that covers different notable heroes who display generosity in their life, real life people. And a lot of these are familiar to my kids and probably your kids. We just read a biography on Corrie ten Boom, and she's one of them. The kids are excited to go through this. Esther from the Bible, Tim Tebow, President Ronald Reagan, the Good Samaritan, Katie Davis, Harriet Tubman. So the Generous Family is a 26-week curriculum, and we will go through this in our morning time. So let me just give you an example of a week with the Generous Family. The first week asks, what is generosity? And it prompts, when to look into the student journal, what page, an intro activity, Bible verse, some discussion questions, and that would just be day 1. Day 2 would be a scripture connection and devotion time. There's also a live it out section where you are modeling with a personal example and a prayer. Day 3, you would read out of the Generosity Heroes book, and it would highlight Tracy Altler. So you would read through that, and there are 3 discussion questions for that, and also a Bible verse. Day 4 and 5, you can keep separate or combine, and there's a video to watch, some discussion questions, and also some extension opportunities. So there's an acrostic activity, a generosity story, and a craft idea. There's also a section with recommended books. So it says library stop, and there's some 7 book suggestions that you can get on that topic. So in looking at the overview of this curriculum, I'm really impressed with how they have connected scripture and notable people in history and put it all together into a 26-week curriculum. And I have a link down in the description, as well as a discount code that you're welcome to use for your family. So that's the first thing that's going into our morning basket for habit training. I also have this book, Laying Down the Rails for Children. I have book 1 and 2 from Simply Charlotte Mason. This book has so many different habits worth studying, and readings and poems and activities and discussion questions. This I will probably just continue to use throughout all our homeschooling years. It has been really helpful, just giving me a really easy way to habit train. It doesn't take a whole lot of preparation, which is something I really appreciate. So that is going in there. I think it's worth mentioning again that most of the things in our morning basket are not done daily. The 2 things that we do daily are our Bible study and our read aloud. Everything else in our morning basket is scheduled once or twice a week, and I think that's just important to note, so you don't feel like pressure to do a bunch of things every single day, but we try to keep our morning time to an hour at the most. One thing that we also do that's not, physical is we subscribe to WorldWatch.News. That's an online subscription that I really love to use for current events. It's like 10-minute videos every day. It's appropriate for, I think I started subscribing when my youngest was 6 or 7, and I find it appropriate for that level and up. My kids really look forward to that every single day. Another thing I keep in our morning basket is my own personal Bible and my own morning time study. So this is a study on the book of Joel that I'm working through. I also keep our 2023 prayer diary. This is from YWAM Publishing. I shared this a while ago, but it's just a daily prayer prompts for people of other countries. The next thing I put into our morning basket is this book that we've been using for our hymn study. This is called Then Sings My Soul. I can link it below, but I was introduced to this book from A Gentle Feast, and it has the sheet music for your hymn and also a historical reference or description of how that hymn came to be. For our Bible study, we do this about twice a week. I decided to go with Keep Thy Heart. I mentioned this in our family studies curriculum that I have Keep Thy Heart and also Fruit of the Tongue. Both are from Not Consumed. This one I will not add actually to the morning basket. These will go in my kids. They have their own bins they keep. These are their studies. I'll give this to them to put into their bins. Another thing we like to use in our homeschool that we'll continue using in morning time are these morning moments cards from my friend Whitney at Brighter Day Press. This one goes through the book of James. There's also some cards designed just for moms. This one is for families, but it goes through the book of James. I like that it's really simple to follow. There's something to read, a hymn to sing, a verse to memorize, and something to pray. A lot of the hymns are found in this book, which is great because I'll just reference it so the kids have kind of a background on that hymn. And then it comes with this little wooden stand that you can display the memory verse, which is really helpful. The next thing in our morning basket is our nutrition curriculum that I mentioned in a previous family studies curriculum video. It's called Growing Up Nourished, and I have a link below. This one is the teacher guide, and this is a new find for me. I'm so excited about this one. She also has student journals that we did pick up. The next thing that I like to add into our basket, it's the last thing actually, are our read-alouds. And so I have different read-alouds going on at different times. Usually I try to limit myself to 2 a day. So these are from our early American history study with Beautiful Feet books. So these are the first 2 read-alouds that I will be reading out of that study, so I will keep that in there. This is Stories of America. I do have the updated version of this from Simply Charlotte Mason. I'm going to be using Simply Charlotte Mason, the guide, for some Bible reading and family read-alouds and also individual read-alouds. And something I'm really excited to also add to our morning basket are read-alouds from YWAM Publishing. And I have talked about YWAM for a while now on Instagram, and I have read so many of their missionary biographies to my kids. It's the one company that is a consistent, engaging favorite for all of my kids. I started reading them when my youngest was 6, and it keeps, from her age all the way to my teen, to myself, it keeps us all very engaged. So far, we've only read from the Christian Heroes Then and Now series that they offer, and each story is so powerfully told. Biographies about people who love the Lord with all their heart and they follow him with everything they have, and it's left us all inspired. This time we are going to pick from the Heroes of History series that they offer. So YWAM has generously let me curate a bundle of 6 books, and I've selected the books based on our study with Beautiful Feet books, Early American History. So if you are using that literature pack, I highly suggest you look into this bundle because it will pair very well with what we're studying and reading about in that literature pack. So the books that we picked were Captain John Smith, William Bradford, Daniel Boone, Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, and Abraham Lincoln. The set is $36, which is very much discounted from their regular price, and it comes with free shipping as well. So we'll be adding that to our read aloud rotation. We're going to start with Captain John Smith and alternate that with the other books that we're reading with Beautiful Feet. So I will link everything that I showed you today down below in the description. Let me know if you've used any of these resources that I've shown today. Morning time is my absolute favorite time of our homeschool journey. I don't know about you. Let me know if you have any favorites that you've used in the past, and I will show all of this live as we start homeschooling in my stories over on Instagram at Juicebox Homeschool. Thanks for watching today.